Aye.
Morning, we'll just wait a few more minutes or a moment or two to make sure everyone gets on.
I know it does.
Information.
Like, full screen, get rid of this.
This is someone sharing that.
BJ, am I a co-host? Can I share my screen?
Sorry about that. Yes, I'll set you up right now.
All right, good morning, everyone. We're gonna get started. We do have Dr. Roundtree here with us today. So we're happy to have her to walk through today's process. I guess we'll begin with the roll call and then we can talk about the next process. So let's do that. I'm gonna call the university's name. So UT Rio Grande Valley,
Good morning, present.
morning. UT Permian Basin,
Good morning, President.
was that a yes? Sorry, I don't see that. Let me see if we can. See if just, there we go. Where was he there? Oh, that's. UT Tyler,
Present.
Texas A&M at Galveston. Prairie View A&M,
Present.
Tarleton State,
Present.
Texas A&M Central Texas.
Present. Good morning.
Morning. Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Good morning.
Texas A&M Kingsville.
Good morning. Present.
Morning. Texas A&M San Antonio.
Good morning, I'm here.
Texas A&M International.
Good morning, present.
Morning. West Texas A&M.
Present.
Morning. All right, we have Texas A&M Commerce.
Present.
Texas A&M Texarkana. University of Houston Clear Lake.
Here. Good morning.
Good morning. University of Houston Downtown.
Present, good morning.
Good morning. University of Houston Victoria.
Present, thank you.
Morning. Midwestern State.
Present.
University of North Texas at Dallas.
Present.
That was University of North Texas at Dallas. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. Stephen F. Austin State.
Present.
Good morning. All right, Texas Southern University. We have Angelo State.
Present.
Texas Woman's University.
Good morning, present.
Morning. Lamar University.
Good morning, present.
Morning. We've got Sam Houston State University.
We're here. Good morning.
Morning. Sul Ross State University.
Here, good morning.
Okay, University of Texas at Arlington.
Present.
UT Dallas.
Good morning, I'm here.
Morning. UT El Paso. Oh, there you are. Good morning. No. Yes. UT San Antonio.
Good morning. Oh, wait. Good morning, I'm here.
Good morning. All right, University of Houston.
Good morning, present.
Good morning. University of North Texas.
Good morning, present.
Morning. Texas Tech University.
Present.
Morning. And Texas State University, Dr. Roundtree's here. All right. Great. I think one of the first things we wanted to talk about was ensuring that you take a vote on the awards that were not marked questionable in the initial look at the portal. So as you know, there were over 2,000 awards. You went in and you determined which ones you believed were questionable. All of the others that were not marked questionable, I believe you would want to take a vote to accept them as restricted research.
I move that we accept them as restricted research.
Okay, we have
Second.
a motion, and we have a second. Is there anyone who would object to accepting all of those as restricted research? Okay, great. Thank you.
Who was the second?
It was Chris Miller. All right. Unless there's other discussion, I think we would begin with the over 250 awards. And first school on my list is Lamar. Let me bring up the portal.
Maleta, before we begin, I just want to mention that I could not get into the portal last night. I only have one award that's questioned, but I couldn't get into the portal to upload anything. It wouldn't accept my ID and password. It wouldn't accept to reset my password. And when I tried to make a new password with my with another ID, I got an email saying that I was denied access to the awards.
Okay.
So
may I
I'm
have-
gonna have to show my abstract and stuff on mine because I could
Yes,
not
of
get
course.
into it.
Of course, no problem. That's great. I'm sorry about that.
Excuse me, I had a similar issue. I was trying to like edit some of the things I had already uploaded or add some more information, and it wouldn't accept the new one. It would only accept the old one, which is fine, but I wanted to add more information to make it more self-explanatory. So,
Yes, you're welcome to show it during the meeting.
All
I'm
right.
not sure how this
Thanks.
happened. Okay. So I think Andrew was trying to see if we can get more folks visible in the screen.
Yes, more. Not that you could change the settings. Yeah, we wanted to have just one.
Just one screen, so they're all visible at one.
They just wanted to see, somehow you could do it if you adjusted the settings. So up to 49 supposedly.
But I mean, I think it's just. All right, well, this will work for today. So let me pull the portal up.
Or
Yes. BJ says the settings were set to 49 visible.
Oh, really?
BJ, do you know if it was on one screen or we have to scroll between screens? Okay. So we would begin with 141,906. And let's see if I can get that. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused on the 141,906. It's already listed as acceptable, and I thought we voted to accept all those.
Yeah, it was voted majority accepted.
Yes.
okay, so let me just be clear, and you're right. I meant to also say we needed to vote on the over 250 because you did vote on the under 250 yesterday. So if the committee would like to make a motion to accept anything that was accepted in the survey over 250. we'll
I
move
move to
forward.
accept anything.
I
that-
second.
A second.
Okay.
Yes.
Does anyone disagree with that approach on accepting? All right, great, thank you. So actually, we're going to start with the University of North Texas. I believe that's the first.
Yes.
Yes, good morning. This is a HRSA award for Dr. Ruggiero here at the University of North Texas. I wanted to mention that this is a similar scope and project to one that was kind of built upon from Jennifer Callahan, who's his co-PI in FY20. It was record 83271. We've got it down as SAM 1.1.1 and 1.3.2. So the North, they're creating the North Texas Center of Excellence for readdressing health service psychology disparities. It establishes a Hispanic Center of Excellence in behavioral and mental health at the University of North Texas. This project has both a training and research component. Out of the 4 goals, 3 of the goals are research focused. It's noted that the grant involves extensive collection of programmatic data relevant to research and development in the field of clinical psychology, where the primary targets of research include understanding mental health disparities, as well as elucidating developmental trajectories associated with. Oh,
Excuse me, it does look like.
sorry.
No, that's fine. So would anyone disagree with accepting this project as restricted research? Please speak up because we are not able to see everyone at the moment.
No.
All right, then I think that we have a vote to accept this project as restricted research.
41943.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yes, 141,943. So we would move to 141.
And I wanted to just make another quick note as well too. So I have a record, again, similar to part of our discussion on Monday. So 141,962 and 141,964 are both awards for Dr. Jennifer Callahan that has been automatically accepted as research, but the second award should also be considered research if we're going to list them separately. So this was, again, an award that is a single award, but internally at UNT, we have it listed as 2 separate internal accounts. And so we either can combine to a single total and have one singular record, or both records would need to be considered restricted research. So that was 141,962 and 141,964.
So what she was saying is that 962 and 964 are with the same researcher.
Correct.
The same project, but currently the 141,962 is accepted under consensus, but 141,964 was not.
So maybe we should take another vote on 141694.
964.
And I had noted, yeah, I had noted that we could remove 141964 and simply add the total into 962, which is why it's considered not research, because we had noted to withdraw that one, to remove it as long as the total was then added to 962. But if we're going to leave it separate, that's absolutely fine, the totals. But we just want to make sure that that amount is either updated or both, or would it be able to be considered restricted research?
All right, so it sounds as if you want to move the amount from 964 into 962 and have it considered acceptable as restricted research. Would that be something we could take a vote on? Combining the two amounts. The two amounts as restricted research. And then counting the total as restricted research, since 962 was acceptable in the survey.
Can somebody pull up the 141964? So we know what we're looking at.
I mean, I've got it up on my screen now, and it says they're
No.
developing biometric.
That's a different one I think you have up. Yep.
You can share my screen if you'd like. Can you all see it? Not yet, right?
There it is.
It says they're developing a biometric luncheon.
Yeah, the description on this clearly indicates it is restricted research, and it's an NIH.
Yeah, it wasn't, the questionable note was that it appeared to be duplicate, which technically it was.
That wasn't the 964. That was
Yeah,
that-
141964.
Please.
That was what I showed.
That was
No.
974 that you showed.
Okay. Hold on. Showing it now. So this is 141964.
University of Houston supports this as restricted research.
Commerce seconds.
I agree.
A&M San Antonio supports.
All right, so if I understand, we're proposing 141964 be acceptable as restricted research, so we're taking it out of the not category.
Yep, that's absolutely fine.
Does anyone disagree with that? May I ask a question of Emily?
Yes,
Would you prefer to combine them? Because it sounds like
I'm
they
all-
all scope. And you said 3 of 5 of the outcomes are research. I mean, I feel like, would you prefer to combine them?
yes, it is a single award, and we've just internally listed it in 2 separate accounts, which is why when we originally submitted our list, it showed up twice, because we pulled it based on our internal accounting system, which pulls it into 2 separate accounts. So either way, that's what I had originally notated, but it doesn't look like the totals have been updated. So either way, we either need to list each individual as acceptable for restricted research or combine the total into one.
Available just to accept.
For simplicity at this point, if you'd be amenable to just accepting it as a separate award.
Absolutely.
I would suggest.
And then see if anyone opposes 141964 as being restricted.
Okay, and I think we just did that.
Good.
So, Mamala, do you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I had asked the question, why split it to begin with? Why separate the 2 awards? Because our habit is if we split in one single award in 2 or 3 different projects, it's because they're different objectives. So which one is the research and which one is whatever? Or is it both research and you just split it?
So it's split into two separate accounts just internally. It's a single award. It's not two separate tasks. I am not sure why it's been split into two separate categories. I know traditionally we split out our participant support costs, for example, into a separate account. Sometimes we do it per preference of PI, where a PI and a co-PI want to be able to distribute their own funds independently. So lots of different reasons internally why we do it. But I shouldn't have submitted it that way in the first place. And that's the issue.
All right, I do believe we have had a vote. Is there more discussion? My understanding is we voted to accept 141964 as accepted as restricted research. We're good. We'll move on. All right, thank you. Okay, so then I believe we would move to 141976.
Yes, and I apologize. This is another one. And this is the last one, I promise. So this was part of the $1.4 million award for Dr. Skellum. This is the Keck Foundation Award that we had discussed on Monday. That is split into 4 separate accounts. So on Monday, we discussed it as under 250. And again, we notated on Monday that we would just leave the 4 in 4 separate entries, but it's a single account for the Keck Foundation. The portion on Monday was approved as restricted research. And so 976, 978, and 983 are all part of that single 1.4 million Keck Foundation award.
The University of Houston supports this as restricted research.
Do you have a copy of the award documents?
I do, but I don't know if we've split that one internally. Preference is the PI. There's 4 co-PIs and each PI has an internal account.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept 141978 and 983. Is that what I'm understanding?
Or what, I'm thinking.
983 was voted as not restricted research.
Correct. And again, I had notated to withdraw 978 and 983 and for the total to be added into 976, but the total was never updated. And so again, we can either count all 3 as restricted research or remove 2 and add the total to 976, but it's all one singular award.
Got it.
Sorry. So which is the most representative abstract?
Probably 976. I think I had notated to loop it into 976.
Where did you make that notation?
Whenever we could respond in the questionable awards in our response, because the 4 accounts for Dr. Skellum were questioned based on, is this duplicate?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
again, it didn't appear to be questionable based on the scope, but questioned appropriately, is this duplicate? And I had noted, no, it's not duplicate, internal account, and that we should all roll the total into a single account.
I recall your notes in that.
Yes, and I apologize. I know it's super confusing. I'm learning, will not happen again.
It's back to the same situation. we had last
Yes. So if you would like to make a motion to accept 141978 and 141983, which I highlighted on my screen here, that were not accepted before as acceptable restricted research, you could make a motion.
I'd like to make that motion, and I'm assuming this is based on the abstract or the description that was placed for 141976, that they're all the same. And if that's the case, then University of Houston would like to make that motion and supports
I
this as
second
restricted
it.
research.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Can you confirm that that abstract meets those requirements? University of North Texas.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, does anyone object to this vote?
I'm not objecting, I'm agreeing, but next time, please provide the award documents that does bespeak of 1,000,000 something to support the claim of, it's all research, because it's all one award, so just FYI. I think it helps to have award documents, particularly when it comes from foundations.
So if you have something you'd like to share, let me know. I'll stop screen sharing.
I don't. This is a science and engineering research grant. I have no doubt that it is restricted research. It just was incorrectly presented, unfortunately, in 4 separate accounts instead of 1.
Okay, I think we would move on. So if I'm understanding 976, 978, and 983 would be deemed accepted restricted research. Okay. I think that covers everything for University of North Texas. And see my screen.
Oh, we're gonna go to the next one. Next one we have should be Sam Houston State, 142249. Sam Houston.
Good morning.
Morning.
2249, that's PI Bing Zoo, okay. Yes, this is it's a scholarships for service program funded by the National Science Foundation. We've been designated as a National Center of Academic Excellence in Cyber Defense Education and by the National Security Agency and Department of Homeland Security. And this scholarships for service program funds several senior undergraduate and undergraduate students to do research projects in exchange for service in the federal government in cybersecurity.
Brian, is the research training aspect, not the workforce development piece, the majority of the funding?
It's kind of hard. I mean, I would say yes, but it's kind of hard to pick apart the funding because it all goes to students.
A better
it's
way
to
to put it
support-
then is, are the majority of the scholarships put towards students engaged in research projects?
Oh, yes. Every single
100%.
scholarship is used for students who does research. Yes.
We have several of you that have your hands up to say that this is restricted research. So for Sam Houston, 142249, does anyone not agree that this is restricted research?
Could we stop sharing the screen?
Yes,
Um,
Yeah, they're trying to fix it right now. That's what they're
Okay, got it. Thank
working
you.
on it. That's why I'm talking now. So hearing none, 142249 has now been considered restricted research. Sam Houston, 142250. Sam Houston.
Yes, this is 2250. This is funding to support the creation of a center that delivers certified de-escalation curriculum to law enforcement officers in an identified region. The recipient of these funds is the Law Enforcement Management Institute of Texas, or LEMIT. This center will collaborate with other regional de-escalation training centers and the National Training Coordinator in St. Petersburg, Florida, to ensure training is consistent and has been certified. Effectiveness of training programs will be evaluated using standard research methodology to compare de-escalation among agencies receiving and not receiving training.
The key to this is it's all development of new materials based on current situations, correct?
not completely based on current situations, but yes. There are several of these training institutes across the country, and this establishes another one in Texas.
I know, and
Can
we
you
have one
speak
too,
to the,
so.
Oh, you do? Oh, great.
research-
Yeah.
Can you speak to the research and evaluation piece on this, Brian? So it's
Um,
not just curriculum development and implementation, but it actually has that other piece?
It does have the research and evaluation piece. The budget on this goes all to faculty members as PIs. It's kind of hard to split apart what percentage of that a lot of time is to curriculum development and research. But the people funded on this will be doing the research component to determine the effectiveness of the different training components.
Do you have the abstract on that?
Yes, give me 1 second. Was that question for me? I think I do.
Yes.
Somebody else has it more quickly available.
Brian, is there an IRB on this? And I'm interested also because we have a center, but we don't do research on.
You know what? I can find that out. I didn't check for that on this particular one. I didn't think it would be part of the justification, so I didn't include that in the list. Let's see, abstract.
We pursued an IRB due to I forgot the word. The sensitivity of the subject matter,
Mhm.
you know, and I think it was like exempt, but we followed all the protocols that we could.
I would bet it would be exempt also. There are human subjects involved in research, but I bet they're all de-identified,
Mm-hmm.
mainly
That's
because they're on
exactly
our
right.
campus.
You're searching for your abstract now, Sam Houston?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Oops, sorry, the documents I've got are gigantic PDFs, and so I've got to scroll to find the right. Got it. Okay, found. Let me share.
Press the green button.
Should, yeah, there you
Is that big enough to read?
Can you make it a little bigger?
Yes.
Be a little more. That's great.
Section that describes the aims.
Sorry, what was that?
Is there a section that describes the aims or the goals? That lists the aims or the goals?
Sorry for the seasickness and the scrolling. We're now on the 5th page of the project narrative. Purpose and objectives.
There you go.
There's a list of 5 objectives on the next screen. I'll slowly
Okay.
scroll. So hire staff, establish relationships, marketing campaign, deliver the curriculum, and then develop a sustainability plan.
Have there been, so you said you will investigate whether there's an IRB. Have there been
Yes.
publications resulting from this work?
This is a new center, but judging from the PI, there will most certainly be many publications coming out of this.
That's the whole objective, to develop the training, publicize it, share it, implement it, keep studying the effectiveness, do evaluations on a consistent basis and improve where you can. I'm speaking
There-
on behalf
okay,
of you
we have-
and us, you know.
Right there
Can
you
you
have,
Can you scroll back up a little bit? Because I think that for me, the sticking point right here is that develop the sustainability. So if you hold it just 1 second.
Sure.
I hate to say it, but I'm still struggling with this one.
I am too. I don't see the research as the major component. It seems like it's gonna be more training.
Can you go down a little further? Because I'm thinking the evaluation plan might
Yeah.
speak to some of that, and that's usually towards the end of the narrative.
Right. Courses, sustainability, performance measures. Summary reports. Management, I don't think that's important.
Go back up, Brian, one. Hang on, right there, the
Performance measures, yeah, performance measures.
summary reports along with summaries of the quantitative performance indicators, but it doesn't say.
This seems to indicate that the only performance outcome is training.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so development of curriculum by itself doesn't meet 1.3.1 or 1.3.2 unless it has the research component. Otherwise, it falls in 2.3, which is instruction and training.
Like to investigate whether there's an IRB.
I can, yes, I can get that. Let me send a message and
Perhaps we table this one to allow you that opportunity and
well, I can send a message real quick. We've got 2 or 3 others to discuss. I could probably get a message before back before.
So we'll skip it for the minute.
Yeah.
Table it for now, let it go on to 5, 1, and 5.
All right, so we'll table and move on to 142251.
Okay. Abby Strunk, 709,000. This is, oops. Required an IRB, but was determined exempt because all participant ID is de-identified. This program develops and implements training programs for recruiting, retaining, supporting, and placing teachers in at-need school districts. The effectiveness of this program will be determined through research protocols. The results will be published and communicated through external peer-reviewed publications to expand viable efforts across the nation.
Brian, can you pull up the abstract, please? It's very hard to make a determination without the documentation in place.
And you'll need to share your screen again.
Of course. Okay, I've got it. Give me, I'll share after I scroll through the dozens of pages.
While you're doing that, I want to say something. I worked late last night trying to upload all the documents, and the one thing that I come across in the soft sciences or the pseudoscience like psychology, criminal justice, etc., those people love words, but they don't know how to write methodology and research language. They don't use research language, but they can write 20 pages of what they're gonna do. And it's hard to identify.
I just want to object. I'm a social scientist.
Manuel, I want to object too, as a psychology researcher.
You know how to write.
Psychology is okay. It's like psychology,
I
they
don't want to
know.
make any crazy generalizations about social scientists or humanitarian folks who do humanities research. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I want to agree too.
Maybe I misspoke for everyone, but in my institution, psychology is the only department in our College of Liberal Arts that does know how to do research, but the rest of our write research, but the rest are liberal arts. It's very difficult.
Brian, can you scroll, please?
Yes.
Here's the introduction, overview.
Maybe to evaluation.
Yes. Wait, actually, there's a. Seven. Is there a section here that you'd like to see other than the project evaluation section?
The goals, objectives, and outcomes.
So 32 and 37.
32 and 37.
Close your eyes, don't get sick. Goals, objectives, outcomes, and measures. It's multiple pages, so let me know when you're going to move to the other goals. I'm going to scroll if that's okay. It's like there's some surveys that are being used or developed. DEI survey developed, CRLB survey to use. T-test observation rubric to determine if residents implement evidence-based practices in their classrooms. That's right here in this top of that page. Increase teachers' perceptions of success and development of their teacher leadership qualities. That's going to be determined by this PSI-BT instrument. Not sure what that is. Culturally responsive leadership development looks like some qualitative component. There's another T-test observation rubric. I'm not sure what that is.
It's what they use in the classroom to determine success of teachers.
Okay.
Or effectiveness.
Goal 5 is to develop partnerships. I don't think there's any research in there.
Is it clear if more than 50% of the budget is dedicated to those areas that did identify that could qualify for research?
I can tell you that almost all of the budget goes to faculty researchers. None goes to student like scholarships. The budget's in this document if you want to look at it.
Yeah, there is a lot of work ahead of them, given the 5 major goals that I've seen, but only maybe 1.5 address the actual research, the surveys and outcomes and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see if 50% or more of the budget is actually research.
This is the budget justification. We got a PI, co-PI, faculty member. These are all faculty members. Curriculum oversight and delivery. There's a almost full-time program coordinator.
Brian, did you skip the evaluation piece? Because I think the budget is actually undercutting your case, the justification, because it's very programmatic based.
Yep.
37, I believe, right?
Yes.
Because the challenge here is really, if you look at 2.3, we look at the issue of, it's not a question of whether there's a research component, but the primary purpose of the project. And so far what we're getting is that the primary purpose is very noble. It's awesome. It's getting more teachers into the classroom, but I'm not seeing a primary purpose for research based on research questions or hypotheses that are tied into the curriculum development piece.
Right. Continuous improvement framework.
Well, right there, it says members are able to share best practice and inform the teachers, induction support practices. So maybe they're using best practices. They meet monthly to review primary reports from the evaluator.
Yeah, but that's not, doesn't appear to be the primary purpose of this, which would be, hey, we're going to test this out, see if this works, tweak it, scale it up, pull it back, remodify it. I mean, I'm kind of with Katie on this, unless there's something that I've completely missed. This is more like, we're going to do this. We're going to get more teachers in the classroom. We're going to work with, whatever the best practices are, and we're going to make this happen.
It sounds like perhaps we would like to take a roll call vote on this project. There's not unanimity.
Oh, scroll. Yeah, this might be helpful. Jose.
This is helpful right here.
Stop.
Up above, it did mention a mixed methods analysis.
Oh, yeah. Mixed methods research design will be employed to provide timely information to monitor and adjust the program in order to meet program goals and objectives.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's just the program goals and objectives as opposed to blowing this up and making this bigger or better, or taking it outside of this encapsulated project.
There's no doubt there is a component
Oh,
of
yeah.
evaluation.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not, it doesn't appear to be a, more than
primary.
50% of the whole project.
Yeah, the
or
primary motive.
objective, so.
Does it need to be the primary motive, or does it need to be a significant portion?
No, it has to be the primary purpose. That's how the SAMs are written.
Okay.
All right, I believe we would have a vote at this point. So I'm going to call the school name. Please tell us your vote. UT Rio Grande Valley,
No.
UT Permian Basin,
No.
that was a no. Correct. Sorry, we're not hearing you very well. Could you
Tim,
repeat?
can you confirm your vote? No.
Thank you. All right, so UT Tyler,
Yes.
Texas A&M Galveston. Skip, they're not here. Prairie View A&M,
Yes.
Tarleton State.
No.
That's a no.
No.
Texas A&M Central Texas.
No.
Thank you. Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Yes.
Texas A&M Kingsville.
Yes.
Texas A&M San Antonio.
No.
Texas A&M International.
Yes.
West Texas A&M.
No.
Texas A&M Commerce,
Undecided.
Texas A&M sorry, they're not here. University of Houston Clear Lake,
No.
University of Houston Downtown,
No.
University of Houston Victoria,
No.
Midwestern State,
No.
University of North Texas at Dallas,
No.
Stephen F. Austin State,
No.
Angelo State,
No.
Texas Woman's,
Yes.
Lamar University,
No.
Sam Houston State,
Yes.
Sul Ross State,
Yes.
UT Arlington,
Yes.
UT Dallas,
Yes.
UT El Paso,
No.
UT San Antonio,
No.
University of Houston,
No.
University of North Texas,
Yes.
Texas Tech,
No.
Texas State. Yes. That's it.
We have 18 no's, 12 yeses, and 1 undecided. It will not be considered restricted research for 1422251.
All right, 142251 is not restricted research.
Okay, thanks for the consideration, everyone. I just got confirmation that the previous award, the one with the de-escalation curriculum development for law enforcement officers, does not have an IRB submitted.
Was that 142250 that was tabled?
Yes, yes.
That's the one where I still would like to have a call for a
Yeah.
vote. Because I think it's research, so.
All right, shall we move back to 142250 and have a vote? All right, here we go. Again, is on 142250. Are y'all prepared to vote? Okay. UT Rio Grande Valley,
Undecided.
UT Permian Basin,
Undecided.
UT Tyler.
No.
That was a no, correct?
Correct.
Texas A&M Gal, never mind. Prairie View A&M,
Yes.
Tarleton State,
Undecided.
Texas A&M Central Texas,
Undecided.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi,
No.
Texas A&M Kingsville,
Yes.
Texas A&M San Antonio,
Undecided.
Texas A&M International,
Undecided.
West Texas A&M,
No.
Texas A&M Commerce,
No.
Texas A&M Texarkana. Never mind, they're not here, sorry. University of Houston Clear Lake,
No.
University of Houston Downtown,
No.
University of Houston Victoria,
Undecided.
Midwestern State,
No.
University of North Texas at Dallas,
No.
Stephen F. Austin State,
No.
Texas Southern, never mind, she's not here. Angelo State,
No.
Texas Woman's University,
Undecided.
Lamar University,
No.
Sam Houston State,
Yes.
Sul Ross State,
No.
UT Arlington,
Undecided.
UT Dallas,
Undecided.
UT El Paso,
Yes.
UT San Antonio,
Yes.
University of Houston,
No.
University of North Texas,
Undecided.
Texas Tech,
No.
Texas State. Undecided.
We have 14 no's, 5 yeses. 12 undecided. So therefore, it will not be considered restricted research. For 142250.
Okay. I think we would be ready to move to 142254. And I would note that the next university will be Prairie View A&M. They have one item after this. And after that would be Texas A&M Kingsville. So if we could move to 142254.
Yes. Am I still sharing my screen? No.
You're not, but you can.
That I need to apologize. There are 2 awards. One ends in 5.4 and one ends in 5.5, both to the same PI to fund the same center. I withdrew one of them, but would like to make the case for the other. However, when I addressed these concerns in the spreadsheet, I pasted the wrong text on the wrong row. So I'd like to withdraw 54, but make a case for 55.
So you would like to withdraw 54
Yes.
and make a case for 55.
Yes. So this sets up a specialty court resource center. And one of those, they're almost the identical pots of money, 254,000 versus 256. The 256,000 supports students. It is not research. 254,000, however, supports faculty, and there's a, in my opinion, our opinion, a strong research component.
Can you share the abstract to the one that you're wanting to unwithdraw?
Yes.
Thank you.
Love that word, unwithdraw.
Unwithdraw, that's right. Okay, yeah, while we were voting, I pulled it up, so you don't have to wait for me to scroll. CMIT is Corrections Management Institute of Texas.
Could you make that a little bit larger?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's establishing a specialty court resource center. That's the, make the window bigger so we can see that entire document. Can we see?
That's good.
That's better.
Specialty Court Resource Center. I'll let y'all read.
Do you have objectives rather than just the abstract?
Here's a problem statement. When I was reading this, there were a few sentences that came out to me. It's difficult for courts to assess the effectiveness and implement appropriate changes towards changing to a successful specialty court. This research will, or the center will conduct research on what are evidence-based practices and performance standards in these specialty courts.
So I think the end of the previous page actually did a really nice job of summarizing that there's a problem.
Yeah.
They are looking for empirical research in areas to provide that training, the technical assistance. They're going to identify gaps and trends to help tailor the training, establish a formal review loop. I mean, that again, it shows a beginning, a middle, and end, a scale up, a reassess. The University of Houston would support this as restricted research.
Second.
TW as well.
Okay, we have several hands up to support this item as restricted research. Item 142255. Would anyone disagree that this is restricted research? Okay, thank you. 142255 is restricted research.
Okay, thanks everyone for all of the discussion this morning.
Okay, thank you. I think we would move to career review, A&M. And award number 142546. If you'd like me to bring it up on the portal, let me know.
I just thought I might just share my screen. Go ahead and get that. You're working?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is a grant focused on STEM teacher recruitment, preparation, and retention. As you can see, these are the objectives. So I'm trying to highlight what I've been hearing everybody else focus on. So the objectives to recruit, prepare, and support underrepresented minority math, science, and math teachers. The intellectual merit here is I think is focused on the research portion. Increased number of effective underrepresented minority secondary math, science teachers graduating from Prairie View, et cetera. Understanding it contribute to an in-depth understanding of research and evidence-based STEM teacher recruitment, preparation, and retention strategies. Page 7 and 8. You see the broader impacts as well. And then overview the objectives, overall goal, and aim to use research and evidence-based strategies to recruit, prepare, and support. Let's see what else I got here. These are the specific objectives talked about. Give you time to look at those real quick. And then the intellectual merit part, proposed project, talks about what we're doing with the outcomes.
My concern with
Yeah.
this, it's because I'm seeing it's a noise, and most of the noise are to get people into teacher ed historically. Now, we don't always have to go with this, but historically, noise implementation aren't typically researched because the primary purpose is to get more STEM teachers in. But if you have more on the research piece.
I'm trying to get to that. I was trying to get the background. Yeah, and by the way, there is an IRB on this one because of the outreach to the getting people in, and then the monitoring that goes with the student with the whole process. I'll get to the monitoring and compliance here. Page 18. This is probably the research part of it. And the students that are going to be recruited and tracked and monitored they're the research subjects. So and there is a scholarship portion of this, but I think it's interesting to note that if any of the participants do not complete the program and do whatever, their scholarship will convert to a loan.
Will the scholars themselves be doing any of the research here? Because I think, is there a minimum on the budget? I think it's like 60% has to go directly towards scholarships. Is that true in this one?
Yes. Well, it's not that much, but I'm not sure. I'm not aware of the minimum, but I know that that's not what's identified in the proposal. And then it has the evaluation, of external evaluation as well. Then the final piece I wanted to show you was the dissemination portion, which is page 20. Yeah.
I'm not getting the warm and fuzzy feeling that this is got a heavy research component to it, heavy meaning scaling up, creating something out of this. I mean, as a former K-12 educator, I'm all for this, and I think this is a great program. Wish it was around when I was a kid, but I'm not getting the warm and fuzzy feeling that this qualifies as restricted research, unfortunately.
Okay.
Do you happen to have the award document that would potentially list this as research and development per NSFs?
That's not really a safe thing to use because NSF puts everything in the R&D cluster.
Yeah.
It's automatic.
Sure.
And because a good example is STEM, they actually explicitly say in that program announcement now that research is not required. But when we got our STEM award, it says it's R&D. That's accountants doing that. Accountants may or may not have a solid understanding of what qualifies as research.
I don't
Sure,
have
sure.
that handy, but it does says the same thing. I thought this would be more informative. I'm not aware of what Katie just said, other than I agree with it. I didn't think that their determination was persuasive to me, even, let alone to you.
So there's an IRB,
Yes.
say they're using SCCT theory. Is there an sort of like a schedule of tasks?
I'm not sure. I don't recall seeing a schedule of tasks.
They have a dissemination plan that includes peer-reviewed.
Yeah, that was the
Then-
dissemination plan
That was a dissemination plan right there. Mhm.
right there.
The concern here for me is not so much whether those pieces are in here, but looking at the primary purpose of this program. And if we go back to the SAMs, 2.3.2 says that workforce training is part of a degree program, such as training and fieldwork, capstone projects, et cetera, unless that actual work qualifies as research. This sounds more like the scholarship program to get people into the teacher workforce.
I understand that, but I'm seeing a theoretical framework, an analysis. Also, I've been looking at all of the noises. There was a noise. I sort of copied and pasted everything into my own database, and there are noises that have been covered. So I'm not saying that noise can't do it or is doing it in this case. I'm just saying that this noise program has been approved before. I'm not saying we should in this case. I'm just, yeah. There's
Yeah.
track fours. Yeah. I have
Track
it.
fours typically.
Years. Track 1 and track 4. I can give you the years if you'd like. I'm searching it on my database, which I copied and pasted your entire database, put it in a spreadsheet so that I could search just this issue.
Here's the closest thing I have to timing that somebody asked for that I can find.
All right, it does sound like perhaps a roll call vote is necessary at this point. Seems chat, but let's try to keep, if there's communications, please try to just, unless it's technical, feel free to speak up to the committee. All right, so we are on
142546.
Thank you. Okay, 142546, we'll do roll call vote. We'll start with UT Rio Grande,
Yes.
UT Permian Basin,
Undecided.
undecided. UT Tyler,
Yes.
Texas A&M Gallup. Keep saying their name. Cross them. Prairie View A&M,
Yes.
Carlton State,
Undecided.
Texas A&M Central Texas,
Undecided.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi,
Yes.
Texas A&M Kingsville,
Yes.
Texas A&M San Antonio,
Yes.
Texas A&M International, Texas A&M International, stepped out, back, West Texas A&M,
Undecided.
Texas A&M Commerce,
Yes.
University of Houston Clear Lake,
No.
University of Houston Downtown,
Undecided.
University of Houston Victoria,
No.
Midwestern State,
Undecided.
University of North Texas at Dallas,
Undecided.
Stephen F. Austin,
No.
Angelo State,
No.
Texas Woman's,
No.
Lamar University,
Undecided.
Sam Houston State,
No.
Sol Ross,
No.
UT Arlington,
Undecided.
UT Dallas,
Yes.
UT El Paso,
Yes.
UT San Antonio,
Undecided.
University of Houston,
No.
University of North Texas,
Yes.
Texas Tech,
Undecided.
Texas State. Yes. Okay, that was everyone.
Right. In this case, the vote is majority undecided, so I think we need to.
You know how you handled that.
I didn't think we had that in the past. So I would recommend that we take one more vote because we have, unless someone wants to change their opinion.
Well, maybe like we need to see more information, so maybe see a budget or other.
Or, yes, I agree,
Documents.
unless Prairie View, can you bring forth some other documentation and then we can come back to you if that was be your, that's an agreement with you.
Probably not, actually. Not to air dirty laundry, but I don't have anybody left in my OSP shop.
Is-
You know, Texas,
articulate us this-
TAMUK, TAMU, Texas A&M International, they weren't on this roll call, but they were present earlier. So maybe we can
Yes,
contact them.
I'm here, so, and I vote that, yes, I don't know if I was skipped or I was on the phone and I could have missed it, but I vote yes, I vote, my vote is yes, it's research. I'm not sure if that'll make a difference, but my vote is yes.
I think it breaks the tie.
Well, and this is Jennifer at Stephen F. Austin State University. I had to look up, we did several years ago have a noise that was classified as research, but it was like a supplemental to the scholarship program. And I forget, we were part of a consortium with about 5 or 6 other entities. And our project summary specifically said, the partnership will seek to answer 4 broad research questions.
I
And
remember
the
that
entire
one.
proposal, is all about the research.
Yep.
So it was after the teacher preparation occurred. So
I'm
for
sorry,
me,
you're
this
talking about-
particular one still
are you-
falls in.
I have a question. Can we have the final tally? Like how many yes, how many undecided,
Yeah.
and how many no's? Because that way you can see where everything is going. Like if it's 51% going through yes, then we can just.
So we have 11 yes, 11 undecided, that's what we have now, and we have 8 no's.
How many yeses?
So we
There
have
were 11 yes, 11 undecided and 8 no.
Okay, here at Texas A&M International, we had a noise also maybe, I want to say maybe about 8 years ago. And it was also research. So,
That's the one that I'm looking at right now.
yeah, we had one and it was clearly research and,
I'm
I
not saying.
think it was 8
this
years
is,
ago, if I'm
saying-
not mistaken.
So again, I'm not saying that this is, but that is at least 2 cases of a track 1 that were accepted as research. I'm not saying that in this case it is. I'm saying-
Exactly, yes. In our case, in our case here at Texas A&M International, our budget clearly reflected the 51% in our budget was for research. I'm not sure, did we pull up the budget on this one?
Yeah,
No,
he
but,
said that he cannot hit the budget, which might mean that we need, people want to change their votes.
That's what I'm saying,
and things. I
we
don't
can
know.
have.
We could do one more roll call vote. Maybe I should just say, does anyone think they'll change their vote before we?
Yeah, does anybody, yeah.
Can we see the budget?
Yeah, I think the budget maybe would help us push.
Yeah, I was
I'm not-
trying to find it. I
I'm
don't
not
have it.
decided Either way.
If
yeah.
we tabled it, would that buy you a little more time to maybe find a budget?
If you can get into research.gov or Fastlane, you should be able to pull up the budget without anybody from your OSP.
Yeah, that's my problem. The 3 people I have left are interviewing today.
Oh,
You'd like us to table
Why
this
don't we
and come
table?
back?
I think this is a table.
how about the PI? Would the PI have the
Wait.
budget?
I found something. Hold on a second. I'm not sure why there's multiple things here, but. I'll
If
probably-
you scroll, I think one more page down should give us the summary for the
Summary.
complete, the complete,
Yeah, these are per year
Right
right
there.
now. There we
right
go.
there. That's the cumulative,
Keep going down.
budget, so that should give us a good overview right there.
We have 785,000 in other, but do you have a budget justification with that? What other is? Probably.
That was
Usually
under
for
participant
noises for the students, it's the cost, the.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gathering, but I just wanted to see that, because that's what it's.
see this.
Does anything under the faculty talk about more than just the teaching aspect of the grant and talk about the research that they're doing?
Well, most of it is evaluating that program that
The participants.
you teach, yeah, with the participants is how that's what I showed you on the monitoring. They're going to be regularly monitoring. That's why there's an IRB. They're interviewing the students on a regular basis. They're finding out what worked, what didn't work, so that the methods can be,
But over half the budget is for student support.
Correct,
yes.
in our case, ours said like, student research stipend, student research stipends is how we.
Yes, that's
it's
what
read
this
in
is
ours.
called.
I'm looking for that wording here.
It was.
Noise will automatically be, most of the money will be for the students.
Can you scroll down to the justification
Mhm.
again? Sorry about that.
I want to read what it supports the students on.
Yeah, the
Yes,
cost
down to the
participants.
participant support cost.
Yeah,
There we go. The
right
same
there.
It's there.
stipends.
Mm.
It's clear to me that this one is a typical track 1 Noyce scholarship program where the majority of the funds are for tuition remission
Exactly.
for participants. It's not, the
Right.
majority of the program isn't research. If that's the standard, we have to live to. I don't see it in this particular noise track one.
Yes, because a lot of times in these curriculum development projects, if they're strongly researched, you're going to see those research questions in the abstract, for example. And when I go look at the abstract in research.gov, I'm seeing first and foremost goal is to get more students into the pipeline.
Okay.
So if you would still like to pursue this as restricted research, then we can take another vote.
Might as well, since I'm
Unfortunately,
here.
I've changed my mind, so I think another call.
So we'll do another roll call vote. Starting out, UT Rio Grande,
Based on budget, no.
UT Permian Basin,
No.
UT Tyler,
No.
Prairie View A&M,
I'm still a yes.
Tarleton State,
No.
Texas A&M Central Texas,
No.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi,
No.
Texas A&M Kingsville,
Undecided.
Texas A&M San Antonio,
No.
Texas A&M International,
I'm gonna stay with my yes.
I'm
what
sorry.
was it?
Yes.
Thank you. West Texas A&M,
No.
excuse me, Texas A&M Commerce,
Based on the budget, no.
University of Houston Clear Lake,
No.
University of Houston Downtown,
No.
University of Houston Victoria,
No.
Midwestern State,
No.
University of North Texas Dallas,
No.
Stephen F. Austin,
No.
Angelo State,
No.
Texas Woman's,
No.
Lamar University,
No.
Sam Houston State,
No.
Sul Ross State,
No.
UT Arlington,
No.
UT Dallas,
No.
UT El Paso,
No.
UT San Antonio,
Based on the budget, no.
University of Houston,
No.
University of North Texas,
Yes.
Texas Tech,
No.
Texas State.
We have 26 no's, yeses, 2 undecided. So in that case, it will be considered, it will not be considered restricted research for 142546.
So 142546 had 26 no's, so it will not be restricted.
May I
Thank you for the
request a
discussion.
quick break?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Go till 10:30, or is that too long? 10:30. All right. Thank you.
6 minutes?
No. You know where the restrooms are? Okay.
We're back. See if everyone is with us.
Melita,
Yes.
my apologies to all of you, but my boss just directed me to go do something else on an interview for. Like I
Okay.
mentioned, we're restructuring our sponsor programs office, and it's not going as smoothly as I would have liked for it to do.
Understood. All right, well.
But
hope
thank
have
you
a-
all for your
Okay.
comments and discussions. I've learned quite a bit from all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hope all goes well.
Thanks.
Yeah, good luck.
So before we kind of move into the next school, I did want to note that Texas State University has one item that was deemed not restricted research in the survey. And just to confirm that you're not interested in coming back to argue for that item.
Oh, you mean mine?
Yes.
There were actually two that were deemed not research because we deemed them so. We withdrew them.
Okay.
And I'm fine with it.
All right, so.
Yes, sir. We're fine.
See that. Okay, thank you. So we would move to Texas A&M Kingsville Award 142660.
Yes. Can I share my screen? Mhm.
Yes, you can.
Yes, please.
Okay. Are you looking at my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
Is the font size good?
Yes.
So this is a grant that we received from the Department of Agriculture, United States Department of Agriculture. It's a collaborative project with Texas State University, New Mexico State University, and the University of Puerto Rico at Mayagüez. This is an integrated project which includes student research, experiential learning, and outreach and engagement, focused on supporting undergraduate and graduate student activities that will provide a pathway to federal agency employment. Across the consortium, at least 22 undergraduates, 17 Master of Science students, and 12 PhD students will be funded annually. There will be many research opportunities that will be provided to each participant, and they will present the result of the research at a scientific meeting, symposia. Graduate students will publish their, okay.
Okay, thank you. It does look like we have several hands up. So would anyone,
Yes, I have a question. Can I see the original abstract? Instead of just the notes, I just want to see which, also on the budget.
I have the budget if you want to take a look at the budget.
I want to see the abstract because I want to see if 10 million or more is dedicated to research.
Let me just show you the budget and then the abstract if you want. You will see. So this is the salary for Dr. Mas, who is the PI, and Jimenez, Loest, and Drury. They are the main PIs at the different institutions. Here you see the budget for the graduate students that are going to be funded here at Kingsville, MS and PhD students. You have the fringe benefits and also information regarding the fringe benefits for the students. So if you look, a big portion of the project is going towards the faculty member who is going to be mentoring students in research, Master of Science, PhDs, and undergraduates. And then you scrolling down, if you want to have more information, here you have MS and student internship travel. They will travel to different USDA ARS locations where they will be doing also research, PhDs, student travel, internships, and they have a component where all these federal agencies from USDA will basically come to one location. I guess once they will rotate it, Kingsville, Texas State, Mayagüez, and they will basically present the different types of employment opportunities that are there. So here you have all the publications costs, all the federal agency travel, and research supplies for the MS students and PhD students. So, I mean, all the project basically revolves around research.
Very good.
Is there additional information you would like to look at?
Dr. Garcia wanted to see the.
I show you the budget, so as I said, they will be working with USDA agencies and many different locations, and they have different state-of-the-art research facilities. So, I mean, this is clearly research. So this project revolves around research, funding PhD students, master training students, and undergraduate students to perform research. They will be placed on these different research locations, and I don't know.
We have, are those questions or votes for yes? They look like votes.
Votes for yes.
Votes
Okay.
for yes.
Okay, so let's do the vote. So would anyone disagree that this project meets the restricted research guidelines? Okay, then it looks like this project 142660 is restricted. So we would move to 142664.
Yes. Are you looking at my screen again?
Yes.
So again, this is another project funded by the United States Department of Agriculture. And this project is a follow-on project which was already classified as restricted research back in 2019. The project number was 75140. And it's basically called Expanding the Texas Scholar Program. So in this one, this is again a collaborative project with the University of Puerto Rico at Mayagüez and West Texas A&M University. And in this project, the main PI is collaborating with AgriLife Research and Extension, and the USDA ARS, because they are one of our great partners that we have. And basically it's to promote research and extension experiences to undergraduates so they enter the workforce with exceptional skills, provides
Looks like we have several hands up. Is there any discussion that's desired? Okay, then I think we would move towards a vote. Would anyone disagree that 142664 is restricted research? Okay, we will deem 142664 as accepted restricted research and move to 142667.
Okay, so are you looking at my screen again?
Yes.
This project is for Dr. Machado, again, from the United States Department of Agriculture. And the project, the main objective is to develop the curriculum foundation of knowledge for the meat and poultry industries. And this will emphasize on training students about the economic characteristics of beef, pork, and lamb carcasses and wholesale cuts, while further developing their soft skills that are valued by employers. The four main objectives are to expand the number of meat workforce training programs at community colleges to create a pipeline of meat workers targeted at targeted locations, Texas, California, New Mexico, increase the number of students at community colleges receiving meat industry-related certifications, encourage careers within USDA pertaining to meat, and bolster student confidence in their ability to obtain careers in the meat industry.
Jose, what's the research on this?
Oh, the research on this is that TAMUC has already developed this kind of program certificate for intercollegiate meat judging. And basically now that model is going to be applied into community colleges, and two of them, one is Palo Alto College and the other one is Mesa Lands Community College and the College of the Sequoias. So basically we already have developed the curriculum. Now we are going to be transferring that curriculum, and that's going, and the effectiveness to basically attract and retain students into meat science-related careers will be evaluated. So
Do you
most
have
of
an
this,
abstract on this?
Yeah.
I see where it's going to be in multiple sites, but I don't see a heavier component of the scaling up portion of this.
And is the curriculum already developed, Jose, and you're just transferring it to the community? That's what it kind of reads, is that we have this curriculum and we're sharing it with other schools. So it's more of a recruitment effort is what it looks like.
Could be considered recruiting, but the curriculum here, I got it from the project that has been developed at TAMUC. So it's still under development. They're still refining their curriculum, but now it's going to be applied, transferred into the different community colleges, so they can start these intercollegiate meat judging programs and provide some certificates for the meat industry. So what do you want us? Excuse
Do
me?
you have a copy of the, do you have a copy of the project narrative? So we can take a look at maybe the evaluation plan and some of the other pieces?
I think I have, I can show you the, let me see the final submission. I had it over here.
I'm struggling also seeing the research part. I understand the curriculum and helping to encourage students to enter that field, but it looks like it's transferring an existing curriculum and helping.
Project type is education. Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is the budget. If you wanna, you want me to scroll down to the abstract, or do you want to take a look at the budget?
And also the evaluation plan as well.
Evaluation plan.
So on IDC rate of 30.
See. Let me know if if you want me to stop in one of these pages. Okay, I'm gonna scroll quickly to look for the.
Hold it, go back up. I'm sorry, I saw something said research will, and then I'm not sure where it was. You went by, hang on. I don't know where I saw it. I just caught my eye.
Yeah.
Said hang on. Research has so that's using that research. They're building off existing research down here below where it says about halfway, research has demonstrated that judging programs have greater encouragement than other learning formats and improves student skills. So that's not, they're not doing it. They're using the justification.
Yeah,
for
that's
using
Citing.
it.
that's just the project justification.
Okay.
So let me see. Here is the project evaluation.
Can you keep scrolling as well at some point? I want to see what the expected outputs are and dissemination. Is there a dissemination plan?
I think in one of during the description, the PI mentions that he's going to publish results regarding how this type of curriculum impacts students' perceptions and attracts them, or perception related to careers in meat science, and also regarding to their interest in continuing their education on this field.
Can you search for the word publish?
In the interest of time, and because there's so many others to review yet, I would suggest a move that we take a roll call vote.
Mr. Pierce, your sound wasn't great. It was hard to understand what you said.
He was calling for a vote, given the amount of time we have left and the
Okay.
number of institutions. He was asking for a call for a vote.
Right there, it states right there that, let me see. That's it. Okay, never mind. Went too fast.
Yeah, it's a long document.
All right, we'll move forward with the vote. Okay. Voting. UT Rio Grande Valley,
Undecided.
UT Permian Basin,
No.
UT Tyler,
No.
Tarleton State,
Undecided.
Texas A&M Central Texas, So Mr. Murphy's had some connection problems. Not sure if he's still with us. We'll come back. Texas A&M Corpus Christi,
Undecided.
Texas A&M Kingsville,
Yes.
Texas A&M San. That was Texas A&M San Antonio.
Oh, no.
Okay. Texas A&M International. Texas A&M International.
Oh, sorry.
Did you catch that?
No, I didn't quite. Was that A&M International?
Texas A&M International, could you repeat? Let's see. All right, it may not be there. Okay, so West Texas A&M,
No.
Texas A&M Commerce,
No.
University of Houston Clear Lake,
No.
University of Houston Downtown,
No.
University of Houston Victoria,
No.
Midwestern State,
No.
University of North Texas at Dallas,
No.
Stephen F. Austin State,
No.
Angelo State,
No.
Texas Woman's,
No.
Lamar,
Undecided.
Sam Houston State,
No, sorry, I couldn't get to the unmute button fast enough.
Sul Ross,
No.
UT Arlington,
Undecided.
UT Dallas,
No.
UT El Paso,
Undecided.
UT San Antonio,
Undecided.
University of Houston,
No.
University of North Texas,
No.
Texas Tech,
No.
and Texas State.
We have 20 no's. We have 7 undecided and 1 yes. That one, which is
142667.
142667, thank you, will not be denoted as restricted research.
All right, that was 142667. Not. Let's go to 142673.
Okay. So just next time when you go to a restaurant, to a steakhouse, and you get your steak, if it's not graded properly, and if you're getting a manufactured steak, don't blame me.
We
You
heard it
know,
here
those were
first.
actually my thoughts. That's why I said, there have to be ongoing
3D
research.
printed steaks, no, these are going to be graded, they will be trained so that you get the, that's
The
fine.
best steak.
We already have a good meat judging program at our institution, so I'm good in my part of the state.
Oh, we need to collaborate then with that.
A1B. Again, we've read this. Can you bring up the abstract of the project itself? So we can look at the budget and other things.
So this is the next project. Well, I don't know if we're going to be looking at all projects and if we're going to have enough time to look at all projects. That's why I prepared this summary. This summary is simpler, but if you want to take a look at everything, then I can show you everything. We can stay here the whole day. So this project is funded through the Department of Homeland Security through the Cross-Border Threat Screening and Supply Chain Defense. And the title is Pathways to Graduate Students in Cyber Intelligence. And basically it's to recruit students, to Master of Science students, to work on cyber security, cyber intelligence related project topics. What do you want to see?
Oh, that's good.
So this is just to support graduate students to work on cybersecurity, and they will be working on projects. So here are the sub costs that will be paid to these graduate students. So travel to conferences, Washington, to present the results of these projects in which the students are going to be working. There is some materials and supplies, equipment that are going to be requested for the students to work on these projects. I mean,
Let me see what's paid to the students. That's what I want to see.
you have a different rate at your institution?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go up one page. I mean, okay, fine.
So the grade students, they will be paid $2,000 per month for 24, a total of $24,000 per year for each grade student. And there will be 5 grade students being supported every year.
Can you scroll down to the participant support description?
Is this?
Couldn't understand the question.
This what?
What question did he ask?
I just wanted
Participant support.
justification for the participant support.
Sorry, it seems like your voice is muffled.
The participant support is to pay the tuition, so everything will be paid to the students. So they will be paid tuition, and they will be. So let me just go back. This is 6,000.
Can I ask about what they'll be doing? Are they doing research projects?
They are going to be working with faculty members on cybersecurity, cyber intelligence, research related areas.
It sounds like it's a job like me. I'm hired to do post-award management. I don't see the research component.
No, the students are computer science students. So the students are computer science students who are going to be working with the main project directors on cybersecurity, cyber intelligence related topics. The faculty members, Dr. Mast and others, those who are PIs and co-PIs, they are experts on that field. So they, Dr. Mishra, Hicks, Goyal, and Mais. So they are experts on this field, and they will be mentoring these students. And they not only are going to be supporting the students with $2,000 per month for their salary, but also the stipends are to pay their tuition.
Remission.
Remission, yes.
Where you have to be an employee in order to be eligible for remission, so.
Are there questions or are we ready to vote?
There's a lot of hands up.
I don't have a question, but I believe that this is also in partnership with the National Center on Borders, Trades and Immigration, and this is part of that cybersecurity program, because I know this group is going to be presenting here in Houston when we have that conference, and so it is going to be a presentation of the research that the students are doing, and they will be doing the same as they are in DC, just like University of Houston students will be.
Yes.
It's research.
All right, so we'll just do a voice vote. Would anyone disagree that this is restricted research? Okay, project 142673 is deemed restricted. And I believe that's all the questioned awards for Texas A&M Kingsville. So we would move to Texas Tech. There's a couple of awards for Texas Tech. The first one would be 142759.
Yes, let me get that. Okay, so 142759. This is an export control project. There is not much that we can go ahead and do. I cannot show you an abstract. I cannot show you a scope of work. So the information provided has previously met the precedents established by this committee on export control projects, including 2021, 851, 81, and 3 others. Not quite sure what else would be required. There were 4 other export control projects, I believe, that were accepted as restricted research by this committee on this for this period. So there really isn't much I can provide to you regarding an abstract or a scope of work. I hate to say that, but this is a DoD Army project. It goes through AVX aircraft. We've had the previous ones that I say 2021 85181, 2020 83099, 2019 78326, and 2019 79843 were all similar projects that Texas Tech had that were export controlled by the same group through the same sponsor, or at least I know a few of them. I don't know what else to say on this one.
All right, there are several hands up. Thank you. Would anyone object to this being deemed restricted research? Okay, then that one, 142759 is accepted. We would move to 142794.
And I will, for this one from Rosalind Shem, I think the budget justification will help in this regards, and I will share my screen. Oh, okay. Would I be able to help share my screen for the budget?
Yes, go ahead.
Take you out.
You'll be able to share now.
Well, it's telling me I can't. I don't know why.
More time here to get.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Just take a second.
Okay, sure.
Can you pull the file for Sneha Abwani? Incoming, I think.
Okay. So for Rosalind Shem, hopefully everybody can see the budget justification on this one. Okay, so this involves a faculty-guided, student-led planned breeding project that focuses on the improvement of yield and blast resistance in rice by marker-assisted selection and back crossing. There will be close coordination, collaboration among research team members, faculty, postdocs, and graduate students, and data sharing dissemination. Sorry, let me go ahead.
Thank you. It looks like we have.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
It's fine. It's hard to see everything at once.
It is.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and ask then, would anyone object to this project being deemed restricted research? Hearing no objections, so project 142794 is restricted. I think we could move to Texas Women's University with 142997. Let me know if you want me to pull up the portal.
Well, that's the one that I tried to get to update, so I'm not sure if it finally, can you try to pull up the abstract? And if not, I'll just share my screen that I put additional information from the proposal on there.
It might be best for you just go ahead and share your screen. then.
Okay, I'll do that. Let's see which screen it's going to share. Yeah. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Yes, it probably need to get a little larger.
Oh, well, let's see.
Patricia, your hand is up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I have the abstract in the portal there that talks about this mental health Department of Ed grant. So Texas Women's will partner with Uplift Education Charter School to train and expand the number of school-based mental health providers in schools. But a key part of this, you see down here, is ongoing programmatic evaluation will be a key component of the program, and multiple data measures will be used to determine the effectiveness of the counselor intern interventions and to measure change over time. They're using a trauma-informed program. And I did a snippet. We do have an IRB that's been that's in place, and this is a snippet from the proposal.
We have several hands up.
Thank you. Thank you. We do have several hands. Okay, so would anyone disagree with project 142997 being deemed restricted? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Move to 142999.
Okay, and the next one, if you would please just pull up the abstract. This one is a imitation therapy. It's an autism, a state of Texas autism grant. And on the abstract, it has the details there. There is an IRB.
Can we see the screen? Okay.
Right here on the kitchen.
I have a question. There's no more upload capability right now. Will you restore that after this meeting if we have to?
We will. There was some concern about the stability of the system for us to be navigating in it and entering data in it while it was open to you all. So we will open it again after the meeting.
Understand. Thank you.
There you are. Let me get it.
Okay, thank you. So this project is using imitation therapy, a therapy that's been proven successful in clinical settings, and they're training parents to use this. So a major advantage of is that parents can provide intervention to their children in their home languages. This is done by an SLP after receiving. Shall I carry on now? Yes.
We do have several hands up.
Okay.
All right, so would anyone disagree with this project 142,999 being deemed restricted research? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I think we would move to the University of Houston.
Thank you so much. So this grant is actually there's two different funding mechanisms for this. This grant was previously approved as restricted research under the other partner funder, which is the Kellogg Foundation, and that was in FY21 85412. This is operating for the National Center for Research on Educator Diversity at the University of Houston, which serves as the research hub committed to dismantling inequity in teacher development systems through supporting the academic and professional advancement of culturally and linguistically diverse educators. The center is designed to accomplish establishing the knowledge base, disseminating the knowledge base, and applying the knowledge base. Grant support would advance a core goal of the center, which is to initiate the application of the knowledge base in praxis. In our view, the most relevant and timely research needed on educator diversity is understanding how to create education structures that seed transformation and foster positive and enduring changes in teacher development systems. The grant support would position the center to explore the fracture between theory, research, and praxis in local and national educational contexts over the next 3 years. Grant support would position the center to develop and deepen its capacity to understand and advance educator diversity through RPP development. The outcomes of grant support for capacity building to sustainability over the next 3 years will determine if there's a need to scale the project in the future.
Is there an IRB on this one?
No, it's a center, it's an center operating grant. So there's no IRB. There are individual projects that come out of this that do have an IRB, but this grant does not have an IRB.
Okay, thank you.
Chris, can I assume you're using 1.1.4 for this?
Yes, ma'am.
We have a number of hands.
Yes, okay. All right, would anyone disagree with project 143066 being deemed restricted research? Okay, this project is accepted.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And so I think that was everything for University of Houston, unless you have other things else to mention. All right, then we would go to UT Arlington with 143439.
Thank you.
Would you like to share your screen, or did you want me to bring anything up?
I uploaded the budget and the abstract into the portal that should be available. I'm doing this under 131 curriculum development. The purpose of the project is to research, develop, and implement 2 Master of Science degree programs that will target local and regional working professionals with a specific focus on support for the defense and aerospace industry. The project team will review and summarize recent studies conducted by regional organizations and university marketing efforts to confirm skills and degrees most requested by working professionals. Let's see. The purpose is to further develop and understand local workforce needs for both education and training. The project team will assess alternative education delivery modalities to determine which best meet the needs of the working professionals and can economically be delivered with existing resources and technologies. The assessment will look for optimal course delivery schedules, such as 7 and 8 compressed schedules with a hybrid modality to fit the working professional's work schedule.
We have-
Any questions?
Yeah, are there any questions? So I see 3 hands. Are there any questions that could help move the needle?
Are these funds going to the students who will be students doing the research or to faculty doing the research?
That's a good question. I've got the budget divided by task because this is with COG, so we didn't have to provide a line item budget. So it's by task and then an additional line item, and I can show that if you guys want to see that.
I can bring up the budget attached.
Oh yeah, sorry, I did. Yeah, you can bring that up if you don't mind, Melita. It's in there as well. So that's the task breakdown and that's budget. And that's our research overhead rate, if that helps any.
All right, so we do have several hands up. We'll go ahead and ask for a vote. Would anyone object to project 143439 being deemed restricted research? Okay, that one is accepted.
Thank you.
Welcome, of course. I think we could move to UT El Paso. So the first project there would be 143644, unless you want to discuss any.
Could I make a recommendation? Since we have so many for El Paso, including the tabled ones, would it be better to go ahead and knock out the other schools so that all of UTEPs are together, including the table ones at one time whenever we review them?
Yeah, I think it's the will of the committee that would be fine with us, of course. If that were the case, we would move to UT. So UT San Antonio would have 4. Then we'd have Texas A&M Corpus Christi with 3, UH Clear Lake with 1, U of H Downtown 2, and UNT and Texas A&M San Antonio each with 1.
I don't mind either way. I was just thinking, because we did have a number tabled yesterday we talked about, and if we have to extend, it might be easier just to do all of them at one time for one school rather than kind of piecemeal it.
Yes. Have we finished every other school for the below 250s? For the below 250, we finished every other school.
Besides the ones that we take.
There, yeah, so we finished everything except the ones tabled.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So we did finish the under 250s except for the one that are tabled, and I believe those all remained with. Yes, Dr. Garcia. Comment. Oh,
Okay, yes. Can you pull up the portal with the abstract, please?
Wait,
oh, okay. So
um, we did not finish all the under 250s yesterday. We got stuck at UT El Paso.
Right. Yours, we didn't go to yours, and we have some
Tabled.
tabled.
We
Right.
have under 250.
You have a lot tabled at UTEP, but I think that's when the meeting was adjourned. Meaning we didn't go to other institutions that are still on the list.
Yeah, we did. We finished the rest of the ones on the 250s with the exception of 2 tabled for, besides your tabled ones, we've had 2 that were tabled for Texas A&M San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Okay,
but everybody else was finished.
sorry, I work until midnight, so.
I am withdrawing the two that were tabled for Texas A&M San Antonio.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yes, I am withdrawing the two that were tabled for Texas A&M San Antonio on the under 250 list.
So
Those are numbers 1444709 and 1444710. Is that correct?
I think so. Just a second.
That's what I have.
So
Yeah,
there's
that's what I have.
there's a suggestion, if not a motion on the table. I don't know what we do with it.
709 and 710, yes.
So there's a motion or a suggestion on the table right now that we move to the other universities.
Commerce will make the motion that we move to all the other schools above the 250 and leave UTEP for both their under 250 and the greater than 250 to do all at one time.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second for that?
Yes,
I second it.
I second it.
Okay, would anyone object to that approach? All right.
And we'll just call the next meeting the Manuela meeting.
That's right.
Sorry.
So then I think, yes, it would be UT San Antonio. So we would be on.
I'm sorry, Arlington, the last one I had to step away to 143439. Is that approved? Thank you.
Okay, so we would move to 144169.
Yeah, I'm ready, if that's me. Can we bring up the abstract, please?
Yes, UT San Antonio. The over 250.
We're on 169.
Yeah, 144169.
And what would you like, Dr.
The
Garcia?
abstract, the documents that are the abstract. Please.
Not a problem.
So this project is considered SAM's 1.3.2 R&D, and this is a course-based research experience. And this is the faculty member working with students engaged in a range of scientific practices, such as collecting, analyzing data, structuring the agreements, and collaborating with peers and scientists. Students' research builds off and holds the potential to contribute to a larger body of knowledge and discipline. So the important elements here are, of course, to incorporate the students through the curves and working with the bee pollen and ensuring that the students they're exposed to a variety of research options, gaining critical thinking and problem solving skills through troubleshooting experience, and working in diverse teams.
Excuse me, we do have several hands up. Would anyone object to 144169 be considered restricted research? Okay, that one is accepted. We would move to 144232.
Yes, if you could pull up the abstract in there as well, please.
Yes, ma'am.
This one was, the question posed was this a duplicate entry? And I just answered the question saying, no, it was not. But this is a gift and it is considered, let's see, I should have it here. 1.2.1, and you scroll down to number 3, the donor specifically states in this letter, the gift shall be directed to the College of Sciences for these research efforts as administered and approved by the Dean of the College. The Volcker Fund understands the gift supports research enhancing activities. And
Okay, we have several hands. We have several hands up. Would anyone object to 144232 being deemed restricted research? All right, that one is accepted. We would go to 144233.
yes, this is Dr. Varial, and this was approved in the past, number 86446. It was approved in 2021. And if you want to pull that up, the abstract, you can do that as well.
Is that what I've got up? I think I've got it up.
Yeah, this was, yeah, it's the same one. we 3.3 or 3.4 right now? Let me go back.
Oh,
You're
I'm
on-
sorry.
You're on 3-4. That was Dr.
Okay, I'm
Villarreal.
I'm sorry. That's a award from both of those. It's the same project and it's year one and year one and year two on that one. Sorry.
Okay,
So these are.
So the
both
question
same-
was, is it a duplicate? It's not a duplicate.
not
It's
duplicate. So it was year
different.
one and year two. So you're saying that 144.232, 144.233 are two separate projects. The first one we just approved.
yes.
No, I'm sorry. As if we're on this one right here, the fund. If you read number one, it states that it's going to be year one, the funding's for year one, and then year two and year three. And so I'm not sure why our accounting office separated that. It should have just been one award. And so that's why there's two listings,
Okay.
but it's the same project. Yes, ma'am.
So the two
Sorry.
listings are year 2 and year 3. Would that be
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes.
So we just approved one of them. We just need to approve the second one now. Is that-
Yes.
Okay, the second year
anyone
of the same project. Okay.
Yes. Would anyone object to approving 144.233 as restricted research? Okay, it's accepted. We would go to 144.234. Would you like the abstract or the budget?
Yes, but this one was approved and it's number 86446 in 2021. And if you'd like to go through the abstract, we can do that as well.
So is this a renewal? Or additional?
No, it's part of the original. And if you can scroll down and look at all the formative evaluations there, and you can keep going to see that how they're going to implement the framework and provide the program. So it's all part of objective 3 is designing a system for collecting data, collecting, analyzing the evaluation data. So it's
All
basically
right, we
all,
do have several hands up. So would anyone object to 144.234 being deemed restricted research? Okay, I'm hearing no objection. That one is restricted. We would go to 144, we would go to Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
thank you, everyone.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Would you like us to bring anything up for 532?
Yeah, are we on 521?
Yes, 521, sorry.
Okay. So let me see here. So this one is for the let me make sure I'm on the right one. Sorry, I just had an emergency, so I'm good now. The Texas Coastal Ocean Observation Network, TCOON, a network of collection stations that are located along the coast. They collect data and about tides and water levels. We already have one parent award. Okay, well.
Right, we have several hands up.
Okay, thank you. And I apologize. I probably just didn't provide enough information on the first round, so I apologize about that. So.
No worries. All right, would anyone object to this project 144521 being deemed restricted? Okay, it is accepted.
Thank
We move
you.
to 144532.
I actually would like to withdraw this one. Further looking at the contract a little bit more, it's actually not research. So I would like to withdraw that one.
Okay. 144532 is withdrawn.
Yes.
All right,
And
144553.
yes, and so this one, I apologize. Again, this is there's a non-disclosure with the agency, so I can't say who the agency is, but I was provided the scope of work that I could provide with y'all. It's completely researched, looking at cyanobacterial mats on wind tidal flats. So.
Okay. All right. Would anyone object to this project being deemed restricted research? Okay, 144553 is accepted.
All right,
So
thank
we
y'all so much.
You're welcome. So we would move to University of Houston Clear Lake. With project 144674.
This is a subcontract with KBR to subcontractor to NASA Johnson Space Center, and we provide bachelor's, master's, and PhDs to work on research in support of their contract with NASA Johnson Space Center.
The question I have, I don't really have a question. It's just in your description, you say previous award list number 2. What is that? You said that it was previous award determination in 2022, which I believe. But did
I
you
don't
mean?
see-
It's in the
It's
description.
in your description.
See where I'm circling?
What does that mean? Did you mean to put a full number there or?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. What number are you looking at?
I'm looking at 144674.
Yes,
You see
In
on
the
the screen?
system, your note says previous award list number. It's on the screen.
See where I'm circling?
2. What does that mean?
whatever I'm looking at doesn't have that in it.
Do you
Is
see the
it,
screen that I'm sharing?
I'm looking, yes.
Okay, see where my mouse is moving?
Oh, that was probably my number here.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
I think it would be helpful to see an abstract, at least for me.
And does this go with last year's, you said 2022?
Yes.
Does this go with last year's award number 102022?
I couldn't find the numbers that were used by the coordinating board, so
They're in the listings, like you can
Okay.
see it on the screen where it says your number, it says 144674. It's the same place, just a different year.
Someone did ask for the abstract.
Are you able to share an abstract on this?
I'm trying to pull one up, yes.
I'll stop sharing.
There's the subcontract.
We don't see it yet. Yeah, it might be on a
Oh.
different screen for you.
Let me see if I can figure
Move
that
it
out.
over to that screen.
Might have to
You
drag
can
it
just
over.
drag it over. Drag it over on top of your file finder.
There you go. And if you can make it slightly larger.
Sure. Here you
Okay,
see
stop right
the-
there. Wait, back up a little bit there. No, it doesn't say. Sorry, keep going down then.
Here's the rates we charge for the different folks. They also use our animal lab.
I'm good. Thank
I have
you.
another- just one more question. The Amanet, this is the Amanet, right? That's the name of the PI, Amanet.
Yes, Bill Amonette.
I'm looking through, Katie, did you say that you found a fiscal year 2022 number? Because I don't see Amanet anywhere there.
It did, it looked like that it used a slightly different spelling, so that perhaps it had been misspelled last year.
Could have been.
What's the slightly different? I'm sorry, I just want to confirm.
Let me.
Two
find
T's, two N's. Let's see it.
It's 102022. If you search just for UHCL on 2022, it's item 13 in their list.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katie.
Okay, I've not several hands.
All right, we do have several hands. Does anyone object to 144674 being deemed restricted research? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I think we would move to University of Houston downtown and 144691. Do we have UH downtown? I think she actually let me know in the chat that she had to step away. Let me double check that.
I don't see that.
Sorry.
Which one is this?
University of Houston downtown, 144691.
It says it's withdrawn on the notes on the website.
That's fine.
Withdrawn by the
Says it on-
institution.
Says it on the website.
So yes, we have it marked as no.
Okay, so it was withdrawn.
And so we have another 144692. We also have marked as no inside the portal.
Okay, so I think it was subsequently withdrawn. Okay, University of North Texas at Dallas.
Hi, I had that one withdrawn.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And then we would have Texas A&M, University of San Antonio.
Yep. So this grant is with Dr. Davita Smith. It's with the National Science Foundation. The grant aims to determine the reasons for low enrollment in the water program at Tamusa, despite the growing need for the water force, as well as recognize challenges in water security across the region. For this, we will be researching the impact of modified and improved courses featuring high impact and evidence-based practices on recruitment to the program by gathering data on student success, grades, retention, perceptions. We have a full IRB approval. We'll be studying and gathering data on students as well as faculty developing and teaching the courses, as we will be leading faculty development workshops and trainings. In addition, the project has a focus on outreach and community engagement. We will be measuring the impact of these activities with the intention of sharing our findings at conferences and in papers. Lastly, the project will support research by community scientists and undergraduates, which will also be published and shared at conferences.
Okay, we do have several hands up. Would anyone object to project 144707 being deemed restricted research? All right, that project is accepted. And I believe that takes us to the end of our over 250 list. Was there anything tabled that we needed to come back to? I don't think so.
I think we have taken care of all tables for over 250.
So would we like to come back to UT El Paso in the over 250 category?
I mean, UT El Paso is the only one left, so it sounds like she's up on base.
I was up all night. I filled in the blanks.
All right, let's see.
Over 250.
Yes, I think we're with over 250.
143637.
Correct.
All right, would you like me to share the abstract or other info?
Yes, please. Okay, so this is the gift agreement where it shows in certain paragraph to enhance the research capacity. And these are all endowments, 21 million in endowments for various professorships, as you can see later on, and $4 million in cash. Also, at the end of the agreement, it talks about the distribution. If you don't mind scrolling down. Use of the gift fund shall be the bill. The use of the gift fund shall be billed an existing faculty and programmatic strength within the Google College of Business Administration, as well as leveraging the institution's unique position as a bilingual, binational. So that's the gift portion of the 25 million. It's $4 million,
There are
right?
Several hands up. There are several hands up.
We do have several hands up, so let's go ahead and ask, would anyone object to this project being deemed restricted research? Okay, so 143644 is accepted. I'm sorry, 1436.
637.
637. Which one were we on?
That's right, 637.
637. Okay, sorry. Hold on. All right, then we'll move to 644.
Right, I have, hold on just a second. Darn it. The timeout on the portal is like crazy. Anyway, there is about 5 that I have to withdraw.
And we have those noted as withdrawn, unless, if you're talking about the $25 million awards with Jeff
Yes.
James, those are all showing.
After 14.3, the James Payne, because I made a mistake.
So that's 638 through 642. Those have been
Yep.
withdrawn.
That's correct.
Okay, so again, we're on 644.
Based on the abstract and the number of hands, it looks like this is potentially approved as restricted research.
644, correct?
That's what we're on right now.
All right, then, would anyone object to 143644 being deemed restricted? Okay, it's accepted. I think we would move to 143645.
It's 4 is accepted. No, I finally caught up with you guys. Okay. So we're talking about 143645.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Aaron Velasco, this is an NSF award, and according to the abstract, it's SAM 1.3.2, 1.1.1, and 1.3.1. The community-driven exclusive excellence and leadership opportunities in the geosciences, Cielo. Project will form cohorts of graduate students, postdoctoral scholars, and educators at all levels to transform the culture of the geoscience community. We will build on our ongoing institutional changes and years of experience and success to make the local community an integral part of defining the geoscience research needs and initiatives addressing equity in geoscience research and training the next generation of diverse Earth system scientists. Programmatically, we will create cohorts of 6 graduate students and 6 high school community college educators to postdoctoral fellows, along with junior faculty and 6 faculty research mentors, with integrated efforts for community research and engagement in 5 local non-government organizations.
I opened the budget here. Is there anything specific?
Yeah, what, of course, it says that this is research by NSF. And if you look at the budget distribution, I wish I had access to the entire proposal. I don't like abstracts. I like objectives. But this is definitely research where they're forming cohorts to study the geological environment in our region and passing on that knowledge to local teachers to
I think we have a
publish
question. So I'm reading the NSF description from the award search. And it
Sure.
looks like they are investigating whether this program can increase awareness of stress and training to reduce stress and significantly increase retention. It says they're looking at levels of psychological adaptation that are going to be measured with interview instruments and student success following, those are the indirect measures, and then following direct measures of GPA and graduate studies. I'm just reading what the NSF official abstract says. I mean, to me, that sounds like they are using an intervention, instructional intervention, and they're looking at psychological adaptation and stress measuring in order to sort of boost, I guess, retention. That's what it sounds like to me.
That
Can we
doesn't
see the
compute.
end of that award document so we can see where their line item budget is? Because most of that was just the terms and conditions.
Right.
Can you scroll down? Oh, wait, no. Yeah,
We scroll down.
can you scroll down? Okay, now we're getting to the budget. There we go.
Maybe that's the wrong,
Okay, so we've got postdoc.
maybe that's the wrong one.
Parentheses.
I think it's the wrong CFDA.
It's the wrong one.
So is it?
Let me know if I should stop somewhere.
So this,
That-
from what
that's
I'm
not the
seeing,
same.
yeah, I don't know that we're looking at the same thing because this
Is it supposed
award
to
is
be-
for 7.24 million.
Right,
This isn't adding up.
so this is
A little shy.
2.7.
A
Yeah,
little shy.
I don't think that's the same one.
No, I think it's because it's awarded incrementally. If you look at the.
Oh,
there we
it
go.
is. There is
There
a
we
total
go.
amount. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says it's awarded to date is 2.7
So
million.
that
The
must be
expended
year,
is
that's year
7.2.
one, yeah, okay. Now we can see it. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of money in graduate student salaries and postdoc salaries. So I assume that is
It's a research training grant.
research projects?
I have yet to see the research component in this yet. And I'm assuming I just haven't laid eyes on it.
Okay.
Well, what are they paying all the graduate students for? Because they're not, it's not participant support, looks like they're employees.
They are. With
Okay,
tuition
so-
remission for the PhDs.
Okay, but there's a whole lot of salary in there for postdocs and graduate students, so I would assume they're doing some type of research?
Definitely, and that's on the environment and the geological environment in the region here. And by doing so, they're trying to change perceptions and get people interested into going into the geosciences.
Manuela, do you happen to have the budget justification to go with this? Because
I'm
the
actually
abstract
looking
seems to
for it, and I'm
Okay.
very
The
disappointed.
abstract that's online seems to suggest it could be, and I think that if we had the justification, we'd be able to make a more definitive decision.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because what
It's
are
just
they
a lack
paying
of-
us?
And we're
Can we
just missing
table
that component.
Yeah,
Can we table it to the end? And I'm going to text my partner here in crime to get the budget justification.
I have it
Okay.
available if I'm able to share my screen. This is Emily Baessa from UTEP.
Okay, go ahead and please do so.
I found the correct NSF abstract, and it says that the project lead will design and execute geoscience research projects that combine 4 essential elements: basic science questions addressing fundamental climate change and science issues, use-inspired research with results that might lead to implementation, socially relevant outcomes driving substantial change of awareness towards important geoscience in the community and community engagement.
Can you make the
Thank you.
document a little bit bigger? Thank you. Thank you, that's better.
Let me know when to scroll.
Yeah, can you scroll a little bit? So the
To me, this
postdocs
is
are
clearly
taking-
research.
Yeah,
This is research.
Yeah, I think we found the missing pieces.
All right, we have several hands up. So on project 143645, would anyone object to it being restricted research? Okay, that one is accepted. We would go to 143646.
I have a question, please. I think, where did we go wrong? How did we not identify this correctly by the CFDA number? Was that the misleading?
I think there was just not enough information that was provided up front to just, with a gusto say, yep, it's research, let's move on. But at this point, it's kind of moot since we're not going to be doing this again.
Okay, I would just like to know, what the description, the NSF NOGA description that was read off was not at all congruent. And I wanted to know, where did that come
No,
from?
the first one was incorrect. The second one I read was correct.
I know, the second one you read was correct,
Components. It clearly had research components.
right? Okay, never mind then.
Great.
Okay.
143646. If I just open
Yes,
budget.
it's not showing. Not sure.
Oh, let me share it, sorry.
Okay, so next we have Dr. Velas Reyes, who, this is a continuation award from CUNY, a pass-through from, and he's working with at the NOAA award. No, this one is the NSSA. University of Texas El Paso in partnership with UNM, North Carolina, and Kansas City National Security Campus, Sandia National Laboratory, and Los Alamos National Laboratory proposed the creation of a consortium for education and research in electronics and extreme environments, E3C. The overarching goal of the proposed consortium is to create sustainable pipeline of electrical engineers from underrepresented populations to enter the nuclear security enterprise, NSE, workforce, and to contribute to the scientific and technical knowledge base in electronics for extreme environments, E3. E3C addresses at least I can pronounce that, the STEM topical area of engineering and the subtopic of, yes,
We do
we're
have
done?
several now, so unless there are any questions, I think we could have a vote. Would anyone object to project 143646 being deemed restricted? All right, that one is accepted. We would move to 143652.
And that would be for Dr. Salama, and this is this CASI consortium.
That's not who's was listed here.
That one was accepted.
43652.
Wybe or Weeby?
Wybe.
Oh,
John
Dr.
Weeby.
Dr. Weeby, okay, no problem. Let me pull that abstract up.
Would you like me to bring up the abstract or the other info? Or you can share.
The abstract's in there.
Okay, I'll open it.
Right. Per designation of the GAN, this is R&D. Project is to increase the number of academic departments that engage students in curricular and co-curricular practices, improve student support structure for their emotional needs and health, contributing to the literature of Hispanic servingness, never heard that word, and transformation change in higher education. Primary activities include cohort diverse faculty professional development in evidence-based practices using a diverse equipment, scale up of the UTEP Edge, a research and evidence-based programmatic approach promoting Hispanic student activities, involvement in curricula and co-curricular high-impact practices. More than 50% of the budget is to support current research fellows with stipends, support evaluation component of the study, and support study participating students with emergency aid stipend to ensure continuation in the study. This project has an IRB. Results are to be published and shared. Yes,
Unless there are questions, we do have several hands up.
thank you. When I focus in. I don't see all the nice hands, so.
Understood.
Thank you.
I'll just jump in. Okay, if there are no questions, then I think we could take a vote. This is 143652. Would anyone object to it being restricted research?
Not me.
That project is accepted. All right, we would go to 143657. And the next one, 658, looks the same, so maybe we
That
can,
was 6.5.
7.
Right.
that was 6.5.
They are, but they're different funding sources. One is the county and one is the city. All right. And it's kind of hard to explain. This is related to Dr. Shaduri's project. All right. And let me look at the $15 million project up above. These are cash contributions from the city of El Paso partner to meet our project objectives and ensure required cost share commitments are met as detailed in the THCB 146344 PI Shaduri. Actual amount of the cash support from the city is $1,030,000. The city will complete the rest of the commitment as a third-party contribution of a salaried research employee. So the abstract is the same because it has the same goal. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, so 143657, would anyone object to it being deemed restricted research? And should we take the same vote on 658? So would anyone object to 658? Because as I understood it, they are two separate funding sources.
That's correct. One is the El Paso County and one is the city of El Paso.
Same project, right? Okay, so there are no objections to 143658, then it is also accepted. Then we would move to 143678.
670. 670. I went from 68 to 73.
Six, seven, eight would be the next question. Undecided.
Oh, okay. Please do open the abstract and the budget. Whatever comes first. Okay. This is a capacity building project for Elsevier. It is by the agency coded as R&D, US Department of Education. And on top of that, this might not even be the updated budget because Dr. Bernadette Hand said in order to approve this budget, we would have to budget a minimum of 5 interns to go to the AFRL lab to do hands-on research because this was a mandate, so we did
Can we see the abstract, please?
Moment.
the overall capacity building is focused on designing and developing new coursework for a new degree program. Co-PI Walker is responsible for research design, implementation, and analysis of education outcomes of the internal evaluation. Walker will oversee the graduate students in preparing them for the research methods and design of the data collection, data analysis, and manuscript preparation. The overarching goals are design, develop, and implement a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science education degree with a minor in secondary education. That's why it is GAN 1.3.2. And then I added, no, 0.1. And then I added the 1.3.2 because of the internship portion. Because they are going to the Air Force Lab to conduct research.
Do you have the proposal?
I have the budget justification available if anyone would like to see it as well.
Sure, please display. See, here's the GAN, where it does state research and development. And if you don't mind, Emily, share the budget justification.
It is 143,678.
So what they're doing is the whole program is a study and a curriculum development, because they're creating a new curriculum for computer science teachers. So it's computer science and education collaborative to create this new degree program, where you have a major in computer science and a minor in or a secondary degree in education.
So I guess where I'm struggling with this, I see the whole get the curriculum up and running, but I don't see anything beyond the purpose of this is to create the curriculum. And maybe that we just haven't seen that yet. I don't see the evaluation, the scaling up, this is a pilot based on this hypothesis. It's more of a, we want to have a bachelor's degree in computer science with a secondary education component to it. And that's where my concern stops.
Was there a conceptual framework or that sort of drove the design of this? What was the model that they used for the design?
As stated, Dr. Walker, he's the one that did the design work.
Does it mention what Dr. Walker used or the methods of design, the design thinking strategies?
It may have said that in the project abstract itself, in the proposal. Emily, would you have access to the proposal itself?
Yes, let me look.
Yes, that would be helpful because the abstract that's on Department of Ed's website suggests that the expected outcomes are the creation of the degree and then having graduates. And it doesn't include any of that research question or developmental piece.
Right. There were a lot of unexpected expectations, in this, I would say, mess. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. To meet objective 1, faculty from the College of Education and Department of Computer Science will define the flow, required course, and relevant content and elective courses for the proposed degree plan. They finalize the degree plan. Proposal will be submitted to the appropriate university curriculum committee for approval, at which time the proposal will be submitted to the Texas Higher Coordinating Board. And for final approval. To meet objective 2, the project team will develop promotional materials, which is not research. Finally, to coordinate with the UTEP Center of Faculty Leadership and Professional Development, the 2-day STEM faculty professional development workshop will be held. Expected outcomes to include an established Bachelor of Science degree in the UTEP. No, I don't see any research here. Oh, hold on. STEM faculty is prepared to deliver hybrid blended instruction using state-of-the-art technology to maximize learning. The proposed project is endorsed by the UTEP Provost and Deans of College of Education. I don't see this. Yeah.
When you search for the term design, can you just sort of scroll through? If you use your search, Control F, and just type in design and see what, just sort of scroll through.
76.
Okay, hold on, keep going. No, just not, don't scroll, use your, that's it. Keep going. Okay, keep going. Okay, let me just stop here for a second. Can you scroll down? Because maybe it'll give us, no, it doesn't. Okay, keep going. Oh, go back up. That is a framework. Universal Design for Learning is a framework.
Yes, but it's a framework used for any program development that's going to be fully accessible.
Okay, keep going. Okay, yeah, scroll down. Oh, go back up. And now use your scroll. Yeah. Given that we only have a couple minutes left of this meeting, and to be honest, I'm not seeing the research. Table it.
We should, would you consider tabling this then for now?
Voting.
Do we just vote?
I would rather call for a vote.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
call for a vote. All right. It sounds like there's not a consensus that this is restricted research. So we're gonna do a roll call vote. Okay. All right, so UT Rio Grande Valley,
Undecided.
UT Permian Basin,
No.
UT Tyler,
No.
Tarleton State,
No.
Texas A&M Central Texas, Texas A&M Corpus Christi,
No.
Texas A&M Kingsville,
Yes.
Texas A&M San Antonio, Texas A&M International,
Undecided.
West Texas A&M,
No.
Texas A&M Commerce,
No.
U of H Clear Lake.
No.
I believe U of H Downtown had to step out. Okay, U of H Victoria,
This is UH Downtown. My vote is no. I apologize. I was trying to take it off from mute.
oh, no worries. Okay, thank you. Let's come back to U of H Victoria. Okay, Midwestern State,
No.
University of North Texas at Dallas,
No.
Stephen F. Austin,
No.
Angelo State,
No.
Texas Woman's,
No.
Lamar,
Undecided.
Sam Houston,
No.
okay, thank you. Sol Ross,
No.
University of Texas at Arlington,
Undecided.
UT Dallas,
No.
UT El Paso,
I want to make a comment before I say anything else, please. All right, as I implied and stated earlier, this thing has evolved into something that we didn't even propose, to where the majority of the funds are set aside for the students to go to the Air Force Lab for internship. We did not propose that. It was put on us. Therefore, the agency restricted us to a totally different program. What has happened is our documentation has not caught up to the reality. We don't even have an approved budget. We just have the mandate for year one on this project. So I request to table it until tomorrow or next time that we meet, so I can go ahead and bring you the updated information on this project, because it's no longer curriculum development, it's student research. It's 1.3.2. Because the majority is for students to go to the Air Force Lab for research. I do not know what happened, but we were mandated to do so by the Department of Education program officer.
sorry, I'm sorry. So I think because we're already in the vote, we need to complete the vote
Okay,
and.
well, I
the
say
meeting
yes.
Technically to be ended. So, okay, Manuela voted yes. University of Houston,
No.
University of North Texas,
Undecided.
Texas Tech,
No.
Texas State. Yeah.
We have 18 no's, 2 yeses, and 6 undecided. 1, 4, 3, 6, 7, 8 would be designated as not restricted. So it will
1,
not.
4, 3, 6, 7, 8. All right. I want to thank all of y'all. We do have to stop because our posting, it's now past noon. So I think our plan will be to set up another meeting, and it will be, there's at least a 7-day window between when we post and when we can have the meeting. So it's going to be probably a couple weeks out. And we will begin again with anything that was not covered for UT El Paso.
One more question, will you reopen the portal?
Yes. We will
I
open it
appreciate that.
when we get back to our office.
Just let me make a comment. It'd be really a lot, I think, easier and faster if you had the abstracts and budget loaded as you have this portal open, so we can, even if it's accessible to us, we can go back and review these before we meet again. That way we have a predetermined vote on how we're gonna move forward on these.
And if possible, I'd like to consider another Qualtrics where we can all, if the group is open to that, we could review them once Melinda's uploaded everything.
So are you saying a Qualtrics solely for the UT El Paso?
For the remaining items? If-
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
This is sort of, it's an anomalous case where we have so many that we might need another. That was my original, like on.
Yeah,
when we started this, I was like, we might need another Qualtrics.
Check
Yeah.
with our, I'd say let's check with our IT folk and see what needs to be done to get that done, especially just for one particular institution. And then we can send you out notification of when the portal's open and what about the Qualtrics.
Doing so might, can I ask a question? though? Doing so might resolve our having to be here for a full half day. But
Mhm.
can we preemptively vote that if there's a second Qualtrics, if there's a consensus, that it is, we go with the consensus? Like, can we do that?
By
preemptively?
majority.
I object. I
Since
object,
this-
I object. I want my day in court, just like you all have yours, okay?
Well,
I
I'd
do
say
not want a
that-
Qualtrics, I do not want a Qualtrics where the majority rules. I want to be able to defend my projects that I have
But
coached
we,
to the best of my
Manuela, I
knowledge.
understand, I do understand, but we all were subject to majority rule with Qualtrics. We all had to, it just so happens
Yeah,
that.
just like we were in the beginning of everything, okay? All the Qualtrics apply to all of us. I object to having a Qualtrics that applies only to UTEP. Okay, no. I want
So,
my
I
day,
think
I want
the-
my day to
anything
defend
anyway
my
because
topics the way
because the
I
posting-
present them.
Posting
That
was until
as
noon.
everybody else had a chance to present theirs.
The posting was until noon, and I don't believe we can take any additional votes on process at this point.
Right.
So we will look into doing the second survey and notify you about an additional meeting. And
I
again,
will open the portal.
we'll get the portal back open. If you have additional.
I would have
questions-
understood saying, I upload as fast as I can. And you guys can have a look at it before the actual, hearing. But I really don't like the idea of having a Qualtrics survey where majority rules without consequences and without allowing me to defend just the way you guys did.
All right, well.
That is
at-
my
at-
opinion.
You did defend the way we did, but I understand your point.
At a minimum, I think we could look at the survey, so you would at least have it as a tool. And again, I encourage you to get as much documentation in the portal as possible, as soon as possible.
Right,
Okay.
but no Qualtrics, no survey.
Well.
Manuel, there may be a survey. I think what she's saying is we are not using that as the majority rules of whether or not you get to defend it. I think it's going to help you as a tool to see where you might need to have additional information ready when we meet next on these awards. Not
Okay,
if
so
we
the
say no,
Qualtrics is
it's a no.
going to be just a yes.
It's no, it's just a tool to see, kind of like a placeholder. This is where everybody is feeling based on the information you've
It would
given. It's,
basically be the same thing you did before, but with the benefit of additional information that you're gonna provide. Right?
it's
All
not
right.
the final
Um,
decision.
Okay, it's not the final decision unless it's majority yes.
Okay.
No, Manuela, it's not the final decision.
No matter
Yes,
what.
It's not the
Got it.
final decision,
It-
period, full
It would
stop.
still be, you know, a vote for yes or no or undecided. And then
It's just a pulse check. That's all it is a pulse check.
Okay, as long as it's not the final decision, I'm good with that.
Okay,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
all right, any other comments or questions?
And thanks everybody for bearing with me. Kind of stubborn sometimes. So thank you. And thank
All
you
right.
for all your
Well,
effort.
Thank you.
Mhm. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
We're there.
We
It's just
can
that
see
we-
ourselves.
I'll-